ustedes saben, Kickstarter es una de las plataformas de fondeo colectivo más grandes del planeta. Comenzó a funcionar en el 2009 y desde entonces más o menos unas 12 millones de personas han fondeado algún tipo de proyecto en este sitio. Uno de sus creadores, Yancey Strickler, estuvo en México hace un par de semanas para anunciar la unión de Kickstarter con Fundador, que es una empresa mexicana, y ahí pudimos platicar con él sobre su visión del emprendimiento y lo que lo llevó a crear este espacio que busca impulsar proyectos creativos por todo el mundo. Este es el momento Eureka de Yancey Strickler que nos preparó Alejandra Vergara.
We want to solve the challenge of how creative ideas come into the world. If we look at the world that existed when we first started, our experience was that for an idea to have the chance to exist, it must have a good potential to make somebody else a lot of money. Like a record label, a movie studio, they would greenlight projects that could maybe be blockbusters. They're looking at them as investments. But our feeling was always that that is a strange fit for art. Like the purpose of art is to express an idea and to connect with other people. And so the core idea behind Kickstarter was to create a universe where ideas could exist just because people were passionate and excited about them, not because that they were going to make a profit. Accidental? Well, I think that now they're becoming more and more close. I am a creative person who is a reluctant entrepreneur, but like I grew up in the 90s, so I'm like Gen X and I have old-fashioned thoughts about art is here, business is here, there should be a wall in between them. I think the reality for creative people now is that it's all kind of the same. Like experimenting with a business model is something that can be a part of an artistic practice. It's a very new way of thinking. So I think that they are closely aligned. Yeah, I think for a startup to be successful, you need to have clarity about what you're really trying to do. Like, what is your purpose? And that purpose shouldn't be like, this industry has so much money in it and we want to take 5% of that. Like, that is the wrong way of thinking. It is what's wrong now that needs to be better, and really like knowing that at your core. The second is, you know, to have a sort of passion and clarity that is able to attract other good people to work with you, because these are not solo things. Like, and then I also think you just have to be stubborn. You know, every day is an opportunity to give up, because you know every day there is a new reason to quit. Every day there is something discouraging. Every day there is someone telling you like it's never going to happen for you. And so you have to be a bit foolish and a bit naive and say, I understand those things, but there's something inside of me that says I can't stop. Well, right now, Donald Trump. Yeah, and what will happen to the world? You know, will the world still be a community where we all feel a sense of connection to one another, or are we all retreating into our tribes? You know, I think that's a scary thought. For Kickstarter, what keeps me up at night is, yeah, just continuing to make good decisions. Like, every day is an opportunity to mess it up. Yeah, I think that I feel success and failure is something that should be able to be determined by an individual, you know, because I think that I don't think that we should all follow the same models of what it means to succeed. Yeah, I think the greatest myth is that entrepreneurs are all like great men or great women. You know, that we see it as a solo act. You know, there's a lot of romanticism of Steve Jobs or, you know, the solitary genius. But no project would succeed without a team that also believes that mission, a team that brings strengths that that entrepreneur doesn't have.